team could get better to Chief Rocker. Chief Rocker's question was, do you think that thing down there can work? I said the only way I think it can work is if Mike D'Antoni needs to go back to his traditional system in 7 seconds or less. I also said I don't think that system will win a championship. But those two things can be true, and neither one of them be wrong. Do I think Mike D'Antoni can win a championship? More than likely not. Do I think that system in today's NBA can work? Meaning, he's shown you it can be successful with the ISO ball. But we've seen him almost make an NBA Finals with his traditional style of play. That means if he gets back to the original blueprint, whereas he's shooting in 7 seconds or less, he at the worst could get to the NBA Finals, seeing how the only team that could stop him is chaos. Only thing that has stopped him over the last 2 years is an injury and chaos in the locker room. So, do I think it's gonna work? No. Do I think it's gonna win a championship? No, I don't. Will it get better than it was, which would get them in the NBA Finals? I think it could. We have seen this dude be a Steve Nash broken nose away from winning the conference. So I don't have a lot of faith in it, but making it better, yes, it will get better. But what I was saying, the reason I said that is, we always, as society, we don't have conversations anymore. We are ready to pounce on what you say instead of just listen to the entire statement, and then you'll be able to understand where I'm coming from. We do that as a society now. We don't have conversations anymore. We try to have aha moments. I never contradicted myself. I have been saying this since I've had a show. I don't think Mike D'Antoni's system will work. Chief asked me, do I think it can work? The only way it can work is if he goes back to the original formula, 7 seconds or less, and we've seen them almost beat the San Antonio Spurs with the 7 seconds or less. It also, if you look at the components of the 7 seconds or less, Boris Diaw, the Brazilian Blur, Raja Bell, Joe Johnson, and what's the boy name? Amari Stoudemire, along with MVP, 2-time MVP Steve Nash. Shit did almost get to an NBA Finals. Once you get to the Finals, you never know what'll happen. Do I have faith in it? No. But I have seen it be an injury away from working. So, two things. Hey, that's all I'm saying. I don't know if y'all discussed this, but Kemba to Boston. Oh, Kemba Walker to the Boston Celtics. I don't want to, big or no, I don't want Kemba to go there because I hate everything in Boston and I like Kemba Walker. But that would be a good pickup, and I was going to get into that right then. That was my next thing up. Oh, did my man D. Gray say something? Oh, y'all talking about something else. King Cook killed him this weekend. King Crooks killed him this weekend. Help me out, JB. What happened? Crook dedication. Okay. Y'all talking about D. Gray show. They gonna know that I think Boston would be smart if they re-sign Rozier. That boy is a dog. I'm waiting to be unleashed. I totally agree with JB Jennings. Rozier will be coming much cheaper than Kemba. I agree with both of those statements of my man JB Jennings. If you keep Scary Terry Rozier, the Boston Celtics will be better off. Speaking of the Boston Celtics, I have a bone to pick with Boston Celtics general manager Danny Ainge, and I also have a bone to pick with my brother Alvin Gentry down there in New Orleans. Now, the media told us that Anthony Davis was throwing a shot at the New Orleans Pelicans by wearing the That's All folks t-shirt. So Alvin Gentry subsequently threw a shot back by saying that's all folks when they got Zion. I think that was kind of petty, simply because that's what the people on ESPN said he wore that t-shirt for. Has anybody taken into consideration this is a dude who's under Clutch management? Who a part of Clutch management? LeBron James. Who's doing Space Jam 2? LeBron James. Who's the people who are in charge of funding Space Jam 2? Warner Brothers. Who Who created the statement? That's all, folks. Warner Brothers. Is it who's gonna be in Space Jam 2? Anthony Davis. Is it possible that was advertisement for the new movie Space Jam 2? But we've allowed the whole world to take on the mantra that Anthony Davis is being totally disrespectful. See, this is what I have a problem. This is why I have a problem with these professional sports teams. My man, me and Pedro was talking together. First of all, these players don't have any equity in these teams. So stop acting like they do. This is the problem. Everybody 10 years or 10, 11 years ago, everybody and their mother was, not everybody. Most people and their mother were angry with LeBron James for up and leaving and not letting Dan Gilbert know where he's going to go. He should have told Dan Gilbert where he was going to go. To hell with that. Because, my man RC just added something. I'll get to that in a second. Everybody was like, he should have told him where he was going to go. And that was bogus. He should have let Dale Gilbert go. No. Now, Anthony Davis told a year ahead of time. Then they got mad at Kevin Durant for doing the same thing. Anthony Davis told them a year ahead of time, I am not re-signing with you. Get what you can. And everybody and their mother is jumping down Anthony Davis' throat and they're making him the bad guy. Going forward, I advise every NBA player in the history for going forward. From now into infinity. Leave, pack your stuff. First of all, start renting homes. Rent you a damn condo. Because where you play and where you stay don't have to be the same place. You're starting off set for life. Rent you a condo and don't get comfortable in that city. Because if they're not doing what you need to be doing, be prepared to go. To quote the great Robert De Niro in the movie Heat, don't get involved in any situation that you can't walk away from in 7 seconds or less. Or 5 seconds or less. Or whatever it is. Be prepared to walk away is the point. You cannot condemn Anthony Davis for telling the New Orleans Pelicans that I'm not going to re-sign with you guys. I don't like it down here. But then at the same time, condemn LeBron James for not telling people, KD for not. Well, he left them holding the bag. You did the same thing, sports fans, to Paul George. I don't want to be here no more. Trade me. Get what you can, because if you don't now, I'm going to leave. So you're damned if you don't, you're screwed if you do. This is my problem with sports fans. Stop siding with management. And Alvin Gentry, you better than that, man, because when players do that, they call players classless. They call it childish. They call it disrespectful. But it was kiki ha ha funny when Alvin Gentry did. Let me go back to Danny Ainge. Dude, I never liked as a player anyway. He's a little overrated. NBA All-Star a couple of times. I don't understand that. Played with the Toronto Blue Jays. Obviously, he's a great athlete. Played Major League Baseball and played National Basketball Association basketball. Can't doubt none of his abilities, but he always seemed like a jerk ass to me. With that being said, Danny Ainge goes on the radio yesterday and throws shade at Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving has subsequently forced his way out of situations and leaked information about too much drama around LeBron James, and that's why he wanted to go and he wanted his own team. Well, this is called the grass ain't always green on the other side. But again, it used to be a point whereas everybody took the high road. But it seems like with the advent of Twitter and social media, everybody, because you can offer your opinion, you do. There's no need to offer your opinion to every situation. If I was a client, if I was the people at Clutch Management, if I was the people at any of these sports agencies, and I heard Alvin Gentry and I heard Danny Ainge diss players on their way out the door, I would tell my players, hey, don't get comfortable because they're going to dish you on the way out the door. But nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to do that because these dudes have they have the perceived power. When you are the show, the talent, the reason people are coming to the stadium, you have the power. Do not allow somebody to tell you you are not in control when you are a star. Yeah, the National Football League is a little more sketchy. But all you got to do, I've heard my man Chief Rocker, I heard Mo speak about it, and I heard Microwave speak about it about getting insurance policies on yourself so you can take care of yourself in the event of injury. Stop. Loyalty is something that you have to your friends and your family members. You know what? You can even be loyal to your fan base because the people cheering in the stadiums are not your fans. They are fans of laundry. They are not fans of those players. Because, no disrespect to my brother Chief Rocker, Hey, Chief Rocker used to big up for Odell Beckham. That motherfucker took that Giant jersey off. Chief Rocker told him to kick rocks. And it ain't a knock against you. Chief Rocker is a Giant fan. He is not a now. If you a lifetime Giant like a Lawrence Taylor, then he a Lawrence Taylor fan. If he a Phil Simms fan, he a Joe Morris fan, he a Mark Bavaro fan. Dudes who stayed their whole career there. Pepper Johnson, not Pepper Johnson stayed there, but you know what I mean. He's those type of fans. He's fans of those players. But at the end of the day, Chief Rocker likes Big Blue. H-Rap likes the Raiders, the Bulls. Y'all, JB Jennings likes the Gators. D Great likes the Cowboys. He's supporting Dak while the Cowboys there. But D Great is not a Dak Prescott fan because in a few years, Dak Prescott is not going to be a Cowboy. He's going to retire and go on to his life, and D Great's still going to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. So players, support your fans and not these teams. Sports fans, stop saying that these dudes are wrong for doing what's in their best interest. It is asinine for you guys to do that. If you have ever packed up your desk and moved to a better job, you don't have the right to. Or if you're too scary to do it, then you definitely don't have the right. But if you've ever left a job because it benefits you because you didn't have to drive for another 30 minutes to get home, or they paid more money, or whatever, I can help my woman do this or my man do that. You don't have the right to complain about these dudes leaving teams. As a fan, do we want them to stay? Yes, indeed, we want them to stay. Y'all is being uber critical and talking crazy about these people. These people are at work. Their job is to entertain you. So please don't kick them in their behind as they entertain you. Now back to my man, RC. Robert Ory's hitting Nash led to the suspension of starting my boys DR for leaving the bench. That's why they lost their series. Yep. Shout out to RC. Boom. One more time. On my way to work, please play my demo. You know what? I was just about to play it, then I said,
wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
I agree, and I'm a Spurs fan. Exactly. So the 7 seconds left, back to Mochi's point. That's what RC and resident Spurs fan Big Illinois say. 7 seconds or less could have potentially worked. I don't have faith in it, but we've seen it go. We've seen it be seconds away from eliminating the Spurs. So it can work. And it does give you all the components that I say make up for a successful basketball team. And since you want to bring this up, Miss Your Cheese, let's look at it this way. Look at the last NBA Finals. You got, according to you, on one side, you got the evolution of basketball. The evolution of basketball. When you had Dame Lillard and CJ McCullough try to outshoot them, well, hold on. They go up 18 points by driving to the hole and moving the ball. They lose the game trying to outshoot them. Houston Rockets go up. They got the games tied because they were moving the ball, driving to the hole, and making them move their feet. When they start trying to shoot with those dudes, they lose. The NBA Finals. You can blame it on injuries, but what I do know is this. People told me before Kevin Durant ever showed up in Golden State that team was unbelievable. We have never seen anything like that. That team went down 3-1. So yeah, Kevin Durant came back and blew out his Achilles, but when he came back, they were down 3-1. So everybody keeps saying to me, and people on TV keep saying, this is a 3-point shooting lead. This is 3-point shooting lead. This is 3-point shooting lead. Please help me understand. Remove Golden State from the situation. Where the 3-point shooters on the 365 days ago when Kawhi Leonard was traded to the Toronto Raptors? Where were the shooters at? And they ended up one of the best records in the league. Where the shooters on Milwaukee? They have. We gonna go with Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is the shooter. Other than Brook Lopez, there are no shooters. Philadelphia, you got one shooter, just like it's been in traditional NBA. We can go through the list. The teams with all these big time shooters, their ass is at the crib, or they're non-existent. So maybe it's not a shooters league. Maybe just maybe, the Golden State Warriors hit a pocket